Have you ever felt paralyzed by excessive self-demand, or like you're always behind others, even when no one said that? Continuing our series on the most striking traits of the melancholic temperament, today we're going to explore 5 more deep characteristics that often come together in this profile. As I explain each one, count on your fingers. Raise one for every trait that feels like you. At the end, let me know in the comments how many of these are part of your story. Maybe this video will help you understand why you feel so deeply and how to use it to your advantage.
Trait number 1, inferiority complex. Many melancholic people carry, often silently, a deep feeling of not being good enough. Even when they achieve something, they struggle to see their own value. They compare themselves constantly and almost always feel like they fall short. This doesn't mean they're weak. In fact, they're often excellent at everything they do. But inside, they feel like everyone else is one step ahead. This complex is partly rooted in their extreme sensitivity. They pick up on subtle criticism, tone of voice, unspoken cues, and internalize everything. This distorted self-image can block dreams, relationships, and self-esteem. But bringing it to light with compassion and awareness can also be the first step toward real self-knowledge.
Trait number 2, psychological self-doubt. While most people feel and move on, the melancholic feels and then thinks, rethinks, analyzes, reinterprets. This depth can be a gift, but also a trap. They constantly ask themselves, why am I like this? Am I overreacting? Am I doing the right thing? It's like having an inner courtroom with critical voices judging every thought and emotion. This internal questioning, though often silent, is exhausting. It can make even simple decisions stressful and turn living with oneself into a challenge. But this same inner searching, when channeled well, can lead to emotional maturity and a rare understanding of life.
Trait number 3, indecision and procrastination. The melancholic mind analyzes so deeply, weighs so many pros and cons, that it often gets stuck. Even small decisions, like sending a message or choosing a career path, can take hours, days, or even months. And it's not laziness, it's fear. Fear of making the wrong choice, fear of disappointment, fear of not living up to their own standards. This overthinking creates paralysis. And when decisions are delayed too long, procrastination sets in. They postpone the start because they want everything to be perfect, and sometimes never begin at all. It's a painful cycle. The delay leads to guilt, which leads to more pressure and more paralysis. Breaking it starts with self-compassion and setting small, realistic, not perfect goals.
Trait number 4, pessimism. The melancholic isn't necessarily negative. They're deeply realistic, but in practice, that often turns into pessimism. They see risks before opportunities, flaws before strengths, danger before joy. This isn't from a lack of faith, but from an excess of awareness. They see what others miss. But by anticipating pain so often, they begin to live defensively. This perspective might protect them, but it can also isolate and limit them. Many opportunities are lost because they've already decided it won't work out. At the core, this pessimism is a defense against disappointment. But life requires risk, and sometimes Hope is more accurate than fear. Trait number 5, perfectionism and self-demand. A melancholy's perfectionism isn't about vanity. It's about an internal standard so high it can't always be met. They feel like they have to do everything with excellence, the right way, at the right time, with every detail thought through. But this demand doesn't come from outside. They're the ones judging, pushing, and punishing themselves. Even when others praise them, they only see flaws. Even when everything's fine, they feel it should have been better. This kind of pressure can lead to anxiety, exhaustion, and creative blocks. But it also reveals a deep desire for meaning, authenticity, and integrity. Healing doesn't mean giving up excellence. It means learning to be kind to yourself when you fall short.
So, how many of these traits did you relate to? How many fingers did you raise throughout this video? Tell me in the comments. I'd really love to hear your experience. And if this helped you see yourself more clearly, give it a like, share it with someone who might relate, and subscribe to the channel. There's much more to come. In fact, right here next to it, there's another video with even more traits of the melancholic personality. It's worth watching to keep deepening your self-discovery.